Ever get that feeling? You know, like some inventions, they were just like destined to happen.
Yeah.
Someone was going to invent sliced bread eventually, right?
You're right.
That's kind of how it feels to read the Ethereum white paper, honestly. Like, of course, this makes perfect sense.
But back in 2014, revolutionary stuff, and diving deep into this document, I'm telling you, it's like getting a sneak peek at the future, like the future of everything.
Yeah.
So Ethereum, that's our main course today. But to really get it, we got to start with its older, slightly more, shall we say, famous sibling, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because Ethereum didn't just appear out of thin air. It's built on this foundation of blockchain technology, something Bitcoin really put on the map.
And it's funny, actually. It became clear so quickly what Bitcoin's limitations were.
Not to take anything away from it, huge leap forward, right? But it's kind of like inventing the wheel and being like, okay, carts, that's it. That's all we're doing with wheels.
Right.
But then the Ethereum white paper lands. And it's got this bold idea. What if blockchain could be used to build any kind of digital agreement or application?
Yeah.
You see, way bigger.
So, like, Bitcoin's one specific tool, useful, but limited. Ethereum is the whole toolbox.
There you go. Or even the whole workshop.
Whoa.
It's not just about keeping track of transactions. It's about doing complex stuff right there on the blockchain.
So that's what it means by world computer. Okay. Starting to click now.
Exactly. Think like a vending machine.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's simple. Money in, candy out. Ethereum. That vending machine can dispense different snacks depending on like the time of day, maybe the weather, or what you last posted on social media.
Okay. All right. Maybe that's a bit much.
A little out there, yeah.
But I get your point. A lot more versatile.
Way more.
Okay. Complex logic. Got it. But how do you make a blockchain DO all that? It's not like it's sentient. Or is it?
Not yet. At least not that I know of.
Okay, good.
But this is where it gets really interesting. The Ethereum white paper lays out these key ingredients. One of them, smart contracts.
Oh, right. Yeah. Smart contracts. No tiny suits. Huh?
No suits this time.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah.
But seriously, what are they?
Imagine a contract written in computer code instead of, plain English.
Right.
But here's the kicker. It's not just words on paper. This code is stored on the blockchain, see? It can actually enforce the terms of the agreement automatically.
Oh.
Remember that vending machine? A smart contract could be what makes it dispense the product when it gets the payment. No middleman needed.
So it's like automating trust. Right.
Yeah.
You don't need this third party because the code itself makes sure everything happens like it's supposed to.
There you go.
That's actually brilliant.
It is. And that whole trustlessness thing, it's at the heart of what Ethereum is trying to do.
Wow. Okay.
But smart contracts, they're just one part.
Right.
To really unlock the magic of, programmable money,
Yeah.
you gotta have a powerful programming language.
And that, I'm guessing, is where this whole Turing complete thing comes in, right?
Bingo.
Full disclosure, I'm a little fuzzy on what that actually means.
It's a bit of a computer science-y term.
Yeah.
But basically, Turing complete means you're not stuck with just basic, if this, then that kind of stuff.
Right.
You can program almost any logic you can think up.
Yeah.
It's like if Bitcoin's writing a grocery list, Ethereum's a whole novel, or even an entire encyclopedia.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay. From grocery lists to encyclopedias. I'm starting to get a feel for just how much more powerful this makes Ethereum. But with all that complexity, got to be some serious safeguards in place, right? I mean, what's stopping people from going crazy, crashing the whole system?
That's a great question, and it brings us to gas and fees in Ethereum.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Before you start picturing some kind of digital fuel tank, it's not quite like that.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Was already picturing little Ethereum cars driving around. So what's the real deal with this gas thing?
Think of it like this. Gas measures how much effort it takes to do something on the Ethereum network, computationally.
Okay.
Simple transaction, costs a little gas. Deploying some huge smart contract, tons of logic, get those gas bills ready because that's going to be a lot.
That's just like a built-in cost.
Yeah.
Stops people from clogging up the system.
There you go. Keeps things running smoothly. Users set a gas price, what they'll pay per unit of gas.
You're right.
And miners, they're the ones adding new blocks to the blockchain. They see those prices, and they prioritize the transactions with higher gas prices first.
So it's like a bidding system.
Exactly. The more you're willing to pay, the faster your transaction goes through.
That's clever, actually, like a self-regulating market.
Right.
Keeps things balanced. But if every little thing has a cost, isn't using Ethereum, really expensive?
It's something to think about, for sure, and Biren even mentions it in the white paper.
He did?
Yeah. Though keep in mind, this was 2014, the whole crypto scene was still a baby. No way to predict how popular and how congested the Ethereum network would get.
Right, right. Like rush hour traffic, but for digital transactions.
Yeah,
Makes sense the fees would skyrocket with more people.
exactly.
But high fees aside, what I'm really curious about is, what does this all mean? We've got smart contracts, Turing completeness, gas. But what's the big picture? What future did Buterin see for this when he was writing this thing?
Now you're getting to the good stuff. What's amazing about this white paper, it wasn't just tech specs, it was a vision statement. Buterin wasn't just making some new technology, he was trying to build a whole new world.
A new world, huh? That's a bold goal.
It is. But when you see how much Ethereum can do, it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
Take, for example, decentralized finance, DeFi.
DeFi, right, I've heard that. It's all about like a more open financial system, yeah.
Exactly. And Ethereum is the perfect foundation for it. Remember those digital Legos, the tokens?
Yeah.
In DeFi, they can be anything of value. Digital versions of regular money, stocks, even things like virtual real estate in the metaverse, or like part ownership of a famous painting.
So instead of going through banks, you're making this whole parallel system. Runs on code, open to anyone on the internet, basically.
You got it.
Yeah.
What's so revolutionary, it cuts out the middlemen. No more banks, no brokers. Those institutions that usually control all the financial stuff
Right.
could make finance way more efficient, more transparent, more inclusive.
It's like giving everyone the same tools that used to be just for Wall Street. Democratizing finance, kind of.
There you go. And that's just one example. Ethereum, it's general purpose. If you can think it up, you can probably build it on Ethereum.
Okay, now you're just getting me even more fired up about this. So DeFi is cool, but what else is on the table? What other world-changing apps did Buterin have up his sleeve? So we've got these digital Legos. We can build any kind of financial system on top of them, but it doesn't stop there, right? The white paper hints at even bigger things than just like revolutionizing money.
Oh, absolutely. DeFi is huge, but it's just the start. You know, one of the things that really hit me when I first read this, just how ambitious it was. Buterin, he wasn't afraid to take on some of the biggest problems we face, like how do we store data? How do we organize ourselves? Even how we make decisions about the future.
Okay, now I'm really hooked. Give me an example. What else did this white paper predict we'd be building with Ethereum?
All right, let's talk data storage. Right now, we kind of have to trust big tech companies with our photos, our files, all our personal stuff. But Ethereum, it opens up this whole possibility of decentralized storage. Imagine, like Dropbox, but instead of one company controlling everything, it's spread out across a network of computers all over the world.
So it's like taking back ownership of your data.
There you go.
I like the sound of that. And it's all secured by the blockchain, so basically tamper-proof, right?
Exactly. And you could even earn some money renting out your extra storage space to other people on the network. Everybody wins.
Right. Okay, data, that's one thing. But what about how we organize like whole groups of people, businesses, nonprofits, even governments? Those are all built on these old models of like hierarchy and control, right?
Yeah.
And those models, well, they don't always work so well, do they?
That's putting it mildly.
Right.
But what if there was a better way? This is where the Ethereum white paper introduces DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations.
On the AOs, right. Organizations that are run by
Up to the
code.
dad.
Hold on. Run by code. No CEO. No board of directors. Just algorithms making all the decisions.
That's the idea. The rules, they're all laid out in smart contracts.
Yeah.
And decisions, those are made by the token holders collectively.
So it's like supercharged democracy.
There you go.
Everyone gets a say. Everything's transparent.
Exactly. A more equitable, transparent way to get things done. And then there's this idea of prediction markets.
Okay, prediction markets, like betting on the future. Count me in.
Haha. It's a little more nuanced than that. Think of a platform where, yeah, you can bet on what happens in the future, but it's not just gambling.
Okay.
Your bets, they all get put together to create this, like, weighted forecast.
So you're kind of crowdsourcing the future.
In a way, yeah. But here's where it gets really wild. Because it's all on the blockchain, these markets can be tied to things that happen in the real world.
So your prediction, it's not passive. It can actually influence the outcome.
Exactly. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Whoa. That's mind-blowing. Okay, what would you even use that for?
The possibilities are huge. Imagine predicting election results, anticipating problems in supply chains, even predicting if a new product will be successful all before it happens.
Wow. It's like Buterin looked at the world and said, we can do better than this.
Mm.
Incredibly ambitious stuff. But as inspiring as all of that is, I got to ask, did he talk about the challenges? No technology is perfect, and blockchain was so new back then.
You're right. And you know what? Buterin doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. In fact, he points out some of the potential problems right there in the white paper. One of the big ones, scalability.
Right, because if the network gets too big too fast, things could slow to a crawl. Like those crazy gas fees we talked about earlier.
Exactly. That's been a struggle for Ethereum over the years. But the fact that he was thinking about these challenges from the beginning shows real foresight. A lot of tech people aren't so honest about the downsides.
So it wasn't just blind optimism.
Not at all. He knew the risks and still believed in this vision. That's what's so powerful about this white paper.
He's basically saying, here's this incredible toolkit. Now go build something amazing.
Exactly. And the amazing thing is, that's exactly what people did.
It really took off.
This one white paper online in 2014, and it created an entire ecosystem, billions of dollars invested, projects everywhere, all because someone dared to imagine something different.
You know, I knew Ethereum was a big deal, but I had no idea how influential this one document was. It's really incredible.
It is. It shows you the power of ideas.
Yeah.
The power of asking what if.
Well said. I think we did a good job unpacking this white paper. Started as a deep dive into Ethereum, but it turned into something a lot bigger, didn't it?
It really did.
So, to everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the mind of Vitalik Buterin. And the next time you hear about Ethereum, remember, it's not just about cryptocurrency. It's about the future. It's about all of us.